What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today on the Wolf's Den, we are going to be talking about tactical vests. One of the biggest questions we get, especially from beginner player, is how I set up my tactical vest and what they should do. Now, the one thing you need to learn about these vests is that they are very, very individually catered to how you play. Everybody has their own style of play. Everyone has their own style of tactical vest. May it be me or Alabaster Slim or Barker or Nightmare or any other MagFed player or regular player you've heard of that uses these tactical vests / plate carriers. We all have different setups, and I have two main setups. All right, I have a big gunner, heavy gunner setup that you guys see me use a lot whenever I'm using the box mag, and I have my light MagFed setup that I use when I want to be a little bit more streamlined. Let's talk about the differences really quick and what you can do to make the most optimal tactical vest that you want to use during playing this game. First of all, for my light setup, right? 3 magazines on the front. It's got the clam holders. These were made by Defcon Paintball, but I think you can get them other places. These hold 3 magazines. I don't go too crazy. I don't need a ball in the back when I go for my MagFed stuff because it's attached to my marker already. All right, I've got this admin pack up here. This is a hard case admin pack. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of this one. I like this soft one that you see here because this one is a little too bulky, a little too thick, because you can see the mags going up against it. And for me to open it, it's not easy because it's got a little button system here that you have to really know well. And it's hard to look down with my goggles on and see down into what I have in here, where the soft one's a little easier to work with. Here, I never carry many things on the right side of my kits because I feel like that's going to interfere with my drawing of my primary or my secondary. So I always try and keep the right side a little bit clear. Now, one thing a lot of people, I have a radio pouch back here. For you beginners, if you don't know where the front and back are for these things, you see the carry handle? That's for the back. Plain and simple, that's where your teammates can carry you if you're injured or playing injured, what have you. Anyways, so that's my quick system. This is my main heavy gunner setup that you see me with. Now, let's go over real quick. These are made by Dye Paintball. This is a mollied system that holds pods and magazines. Amazing setup, but you can't get these anymore until Dye starts making some more, right? They can hold 2 magazines very easily, or 1 full pod, or 3, right? So when I play using my box mag, I'll have 3 pods in here instead of magazines, or if I don't want to use pods, I use my regular magazines, right? These are CF20s or Dye mags, so they're the bigger magazines that you can put in here and they will hold nice and tight and firm. Beautiful. This is a soft admin pouch. You'll see this in my link tree, right? Easy to get, very easy to open. I will keep up here maps or even my phone or microfibers or anything else that I might need to carry on the field. Plain and simple. On the side, I have these mini holders, right? I'll either carry pistol mags or smoke grenades. Extremely handy. On the back, you got your dump pouch where you put your empty magazines or empty pods or anything else that you might be carrying in the field, or rockets, what have you. And I have my bottle holder, my tank holder, and it is made by a company that is not around anymore, but you can still get these off the market somewhere. I'm going to show you a little trick about these things too. Now, the cool thing I love about this, you can't buy this actual vest. It's made by Defcon Paintball. It was a very custom piece. I think Nightmare might be the only guy who has another one like this. It's very lightweight, you know what I mean? It has these instead of full solid things. The less weight, the better. Very well made. And I love this thing. It's got little clip areas where you can run lines through. Yeah, so you can see that if I have there it is. If I have wires going through for radios or whatnot, I can run lines through it and it's not going to get tangled up when I'm crawling through the bush and everything. Very cool. This is a very special full clip rig that I use for my marker, and it holds my marker. It fits into the molly in the back, goes around my shoulder, and it is really cool. It's hard to find these things, but it's an amazing system. You won't be able to find many of these, plain and simple. But this is my regular setup. This is what you use. This is not going to be for everybody, all right? And again, I'm working on a new one. I want to be a little bit more streamlined. This for my heavy gun and stuff. This keeps me out in the bush for a very extended period of time. Love it. But let's talk about some of the things you can do for your setup. Let's get into it now. Okay, so you want to create your own tactical vest. I suggest starting off with something very affordable, not cheap, but affordable, lower priced, and Condor. It's good. They're not a sponsor of the show or anything. This is a basic Condor tactical vest. I don't know the specific name of it, but Condors are very easy to use, very simple, and they're very reliable actually for the price that you pay. So this one, it's got an inner clip on the inside that goes on like so, and you just lift it up, and that's where you put on the big side covers to go around your waist. Very adjustable to many sizes of different people, right? That's your basic Condor plate carrier setup, naked. Cool? Now, what you do is, if you're going to use magazine or pods, here's a suggestion I have for you. The best thing, especially for the size of my magazines for the Didam or the Planet Eclipse CF20s or the Planet Eclipse CF20 Pros or other mags, is, again, Condor, right? This is the pouches for double AKs. Okay, you can get them in single. I think you can get them in single, double, or triple. This is the triple setup, and I would put this right here across the abdomen. Yeah, and here's a quick tip about these things. Now, when you buy these specific pouches that you can molly into your vest, they come with a separator on the inside, which is kind of stupid, but I guess that's for like smaller, more airsoft, AR-15 specific magazines. But they come with that little separator in here. Cool? Now, the problem with this is that it's really hard to fit 2 magazines, and you're never going to fit a pod in here with this thing. So you have to cut it out. All right? All you do is get a blade, and hope you can see this. You cut right along those lines on both sides. Okay? And then when you do this, you're able to rip out the middle section. Cool? Very easy to do, very quick. You don't have to be a genius or anything to do it. And then when you do rip that thing out, you can easily fit 2 magazines in there. Boom, right? Or 1 pod. There you go. And it barely closes with this size pod. I think this is a 140. You might want, like, if you get a 100, it will close nice and easy. And if you want to stick with these, what I do is I tuck these in like so, put it in that way. Now, they're not going to stay in if you're crawling around in the woods. That's why I love my Dam one so much, my Die one so much, because that when you have something to hold this over, you're not going to lose pods. But if you're running in the bush like this, you're going to lose it, right? So you got to be careful if you're going to do it this way. But again, if you have a little smaller pod, or if you stretch it a bit, it will hold like this. It's not going to click onto the button, but you'll get a little bit of Velcro hold there. Same with the magazines. And again, with the mags, just going to prove to you, if I try to put one here, I'll try to put the second one in with a divider, and it's not going to go. All right, it's not going to happen. So what I do is I would put this on the front. Again, this would be like a beginner setup. Molly it into your front here, okay? And I don't know if you guys know how to molly. I did an episode on how to molly a long time ago. Essentially what you do is you take this and you're going to weave it in. Top one, you're going to weave it in here. And then when it comes out of there, then you put it through here. Then you put it through the next one below it. And through here again. And when you get all the way to the bottom, you clip it with a button. All right? So I've seen some people just try and like put it straight through there and then clip it in. Trust me, it's not going to hold as well as you want. Try and weave it properly, and the molly will hold really strong. A lot of the brand new tactical vests have these brand new laser cut molly things. I'm not a big fan of those, but I don't know. I'm old school like that, right? Now, for the back or whatever have you, you don't need much more than a pod pack, right, to attach your Molly into your front. You could have a whole bunch of other stuff. You could have your nameplate going on the front, okay? Boom, keep it sexy. What I do is I put my nameplate on my back because it's for your teammates to know who you are better, and it's really frustrating when I see guys with vests or jerseys or what have you, and you can't see their name on the back. That's the whole reason for having nameplates and your name on, so people can read it. Now, another thing you might want is a little hack that I found is that if you want to use a remote line and have your bottle on the back, and it's hard to find the one you saw on my other vest, you can get one of these, which is another Condor product. They're not paying for this episode, they should be, but this is a mini dump pouch. Right, it's not as big as the other one that you saw, but this is perfect. This mini dump pouch is perfect for holding your tank on your back, and it still has a cinch rope. Boom, and then you molly this on your back, either side if you're left-handed or right-handed, and it holds it pretty darn good. It's not going to be it's not going to be as tight as the one you saw over there, but again, you cinch it up right. Oh, you're good to go, baby. Yeah, that's a professional setup right there. And then you have your line coming out and all that stuff. And then you can add on anything else you want to this vest once you have it all good to go. So let's do it real quick. Let's see what it looks like. Here we have it. I cheated it, just like I said you should not do, because I didn't do a full-on Molly job here. I just threaded through here quickly because I'm thinking I might transfer this to this pack instead, because I need to update. I need a little bit more ammo when I'm running mag fed, so I'm thinking I might change this around. But you can see how badly that shakes if you don't molly it properly. Again, when you put it all the way through and thread it properly, you're not going to have that jumping around, which is something you do not want when you're running in the bush, because when all this stuff is jumping around like that, it adds on 30 more pounds when you're running. Trust me. Got this one on the back. Feels great. It doesn't even feel like it's there. It's pretty secure. It's not going to come off. Sometimes you can get a cover for these so that when you're crawling through the bush, you don't get plants and stuff trapped in your reg or your hose when it's coming around the side. But that's pretty much it. This is a quick tactical setup, very easy to do, very beginner. But again, everybody's going to have their own style of tactical vest. Some guys just use bandoliers that go across here with some magazines coming out like Alabaster Slim. Some guys have the belts in addition to the plate carriers with a smaller plate carrier like this, so they can fit a belt with a sidearm and everything else. Everyone has their own style. The more you play, the more you'll figure out how you like what you play in. And you've seen my videos over the years. I've changed styles many times when it comes to tactical vests and loadouts and whatever I bring to the field. And again, it's just like video game skins. You're going to change up as you evolve as a player, and you're only going to get better as you do it. And yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm missing one thing. Sorry, sweetie. There we go. Good to go, baby. Thank you for watching Wolf Den. Hit that subscribe button if you have any questions about tactical vests. Oh, shout out to Badlands Paintball. This is where I bought all this Condor stuff, all in one spot in Toronto. Other places I'm sure I have it, but Badlands was easy to find and it's close to the city. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, comment down below, and stay tuned for the next top 5 video. Send in your top 5 kills to DreWolf@yahoo.com, and send in your news, paintball news, to DreWolf@yahoo.com. Both of those episodes are coming out next, and I'm going to see you guys at Canadian Legends September 27th to 28th, 26th to 28th at Adrenaline Paintball London. See you out there. See you in the tall grass. Hopefully I see you.